I've been doing my like social justice reading, and the amount of things I'm reading these books that I had no idea about makes me question the school system. Like,
oh yeah,
I think there's a lot of reasons to question the school system. With that, okay. All right, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Nighttime Benders. This is where you get to catch up with Central Oregon's favorite funny faces. I have some of my favorite comedians here with me today to talk about hot topics and local news and, quite frankly, anything else that comes to these people's minds. So let's start by introducing Hopper. Please tell the people about yourself. Yes,
Me?
yes, you.
I'm 5'10". Wait, no, I deleted my dating profile. Yeah, no, my name's Brent Hopper from California, so you already love me. No, I used to host the open mic over at Crave that shut down because you guys didn't buy food from there enough. Bend.
Oh, you're blaming them.
Yeah, I'm blaming you guys. All of you guys that are watching. Specifically your fault. And I have a corgi and a husky. So
He's like, most interesting thing about me is my dogs.
really they are. Yeah, the corgi can definitely take the shine away from me. So yeah, other than that, I'm just, I'm just an Irish idiot. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love all the positive reinforcement.
I love myself.
Yeah, we love you too. We actually, yeah, we do. We do. Katie, would you like to go next?
I am a third generation Bendite. I am a mom of a 16-year-old. 16. He's about to be a junior. Blows my mind. Been doing comedy for 10 years, and I also write sentient object romances for fun.
Yeah, and I would call Katie the grande dame of Central Oregon comedy.
Don't do that.
That's how I like to think of her. Like just like strolling downstairs in beautiful gowns.
That's fair. I do have a relatively amazing wardrobe.
You
but-
do, yeah. I love your sense of style. Okay, Brian, you're next.
my name's Brian Keister. I've lived in Bend most of my life. I have a bachelor's in biology. I study local mushrooms in mycology, and I've been doing comedy for about 2 years. And I'm also mostly a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. I also like to think that Brian has the sexiest voice in Bend comedy. So I think
fair.
that I think the podcast like median is going to be really good for you. That voice is silk.
Thank you.
Yes, it's
Wait.
lovely.
It's Keister?
Keister.
I feel like an ass. I've been
Like with an eye stir.
It took you telling me that to be able to not have to ask.
I also have a girl that works for me that I have to remember her name is Keister by pulling on my ear. Not Kristen, Keister. These things help,
I mean, you and I have known each other off and on for years.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't always remember how to pronounce your last name.
Yeah.
Until Julia came at me with the
Hey.
One of those things where, specifically in high school, I was a bit more timid and would just let people pronounce it. However, they wanted it's Keister, it's Epstein, but Keister, it's fine. It's all right.
Yeah, well, we'll get it right. Keister.
Thank you.
Yes.
Keister.
And I'm Julia Reed Nichols. Thank you guys again for joining us at Nighttime Benders. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Bend. For people who might not have been to Bend, how would you describe our beautiful community to them?
Well, I moved here 4 years ago, almost 5 now.
Yeah.
No, it's nice though. It's a very clean city. It's awesome. The police are somewhat nice, even though they write fat tickets.
It's making us sound like the most white bread city. Now, Katie.
And we are.
We are a very white bread city. We are. Now, Katie, your family has been here for 3 generations?
3 generations. My great grandmother came over on a wagon train.
On a wagon.
Wow.
That's how, like, one of the last wagon trains to come here. So, like, it's legit.
And
which
cars weren't available.
I
That was
saw
like,
that
yeah.
documentary. Taylor Sheridan did a great job with it. It was like 1883 was it called, right? That was your family, right? That was
my family.
There's the survivors that made it over.
Barely, yeah.
Really,
And that's why
Did they
my
take the Oregon
yeah.
Trail?
There's-
I mean,
there's a tape of her
Yeah,
somewhere.
and we're in Oregon.
No,
interviewed.
that is interesting. Like, yeah. Do you have like the information on the route? That was
Somewhere
something else.
there is
Yeah.
an audio tape of one of my stepsisters interviewing her about it. The only reason why I know about it is I sat in on that and I heard her be like,
fascinating.
my parents brought me over on a wagon train.
Now you got to find that audio tape. That's a mystery.
It's somewhere, yeah.
It's somewhere. It exists. You're going to find it. I know you are. But
Dysentery.
you've
It's
been
awesome.
here for
Yeah.
such a long time. What would you tell people who've never been to the area? How would you describe that?
So this is a very long-winded metaphor,
Yes.
but I like to think of Bend as the daughter of mill workers that got a liberal science degree is pretty much what Bend is. Like Bend is learning that there's world and people outside of, the three families that constantly co-pollinated with each other. And like we're learning how to use big words and read and like care about people that aren't white. That's new to Bend. But they're trying. We're trying. But yeah, like there's still a lot of naivete.
It's a small town, and with that there comes pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
It's also one thing about Bend is, like we talked about last week, it is a bubble. It's hard to get to. It's hard to get
sure.
out of,
Yeah.
right? So if it's hard to get to and hard to get out of, people can kind of hear the same information and believe it's true.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and that's such a tough thing for artists in town. I mean, performance artists, at least from my point of view.
Mhm.
I spent so much time in my early booking days getting people from outside of Bend convinced that it was worth traveling to Bend to perform because they were just so convinced that Bend was so small it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And then the second half of my crusade was getting people from outside of Bend that book shows to respect that there was talent here worth booking
Yeah.
because we're so isolated.
Yeah.
There's this assumption, like there's, the assumption that we don't know how to do stand up. And like it's gotten better now, but because we're so isolated, there's such a misconception.
I will say that it's an unfair advantage that I had coming in from a big market. Like saying, hey, I've performed in Hollywood and Vegas. It instantly put me on the cool kids list, right? And
So did.
And yeah, it did. It really did. And like, I mean, I know that. I didn't. It's not like I kept it to myself. Right? It's like I opened my set with like, you should hire me more. I'm really good at this. Like, but it is a like, it's the thing where people think you're better because you come from somewhere else, and that's not necessarily true. You like great things grow wherever they're planted, including Bend.
I've tried to leave this city 3 separate winters, and I'm back every time. It's something about this just general area because you could feel it. Yeah, it has its past, but you could feel that there's a growth happening in this city, and the old timers might not like it. But I think for the majority, people do like what's happening. We are getting more diversity. We are getting a more livelier, I think, downtown scene. Comedy's getting better. We're getting better artists here. It's good. I'm staying at least for another year.
Yeah.
So
Every time I travel outside of Bend to do comedy, I always come back thinking that the talent pool in Bend is really incredible. And I don't know what we do differently, but every scene should do it that way against the top comics in Portland. And we would hold our own, if
I believe
not
so, yeah.
rock that room.
yeah, I would agree with that.
But I think it's the stage time you get here. I think I saw
Yes.
your very first mic 2 years ago.
It's very possible. I think Hopper and I may have even been at the
Around
same.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost
I think
Yeah.
you came in like a month or 2 after I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah,
think
I
so.
feel like I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
your first mic or close to your first time, and the amount of growth that I've seen because you've been able to get stage time, that wouldn't exist in a market where you're like begging for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So that's nice.
But honestly, I would love a mic or two, more in the lineup. I feel like the stage time I get, while we do have mics most days of the weekday, if we could somehow stagger them, get like
Fair.
where people could cross pollinate
Yeah.
and like it'd be great, but gotta have the people behind it, not just the venues and everything else. We need an audience, which is you guys.
Yeah.
Come out, we want you.
We want you. Speaking of audiences, you saw something that happened in an audience. Was it in China
Oh,
this week?
so there was a robot in China doing a demonstration that kicked a child in the chest.
Yes, you might have seen this viral video. It was out there. I saw the video. Of course, we're concerned about the child's health. Of course.
Absolutely.
But I did laugh, first off. Second off, I kind of was like, sometimes I want to kick kids,
Yeah.
especially at big events. Right?
Oh.
So I don't know. I didn't blame the robot.
What are we complaining about with the robot? I'm confused. Are we complaining that like he didn't kick him in the right place. Didn't kick the kid hard enough.
Because
What are we?
the kid,
What are we mad about
the
here?
kid was still standing after he
Right.
got
Oh, yeah.
kicked.
No,
It was-
I'm mad now too. Yeah,
it was
he
like-
should.
it was
If
really
you're gonna
just
do
like-
it, if you're gonna do it, knock the little bastard out. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robots were
Yeah.
infallible.
He crumpled a bit. He was crying.
You got some tears out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's okay.
Yeah.
How else
It was a
is
solid
We're
kick
good.
to the
All right. Okay.
How else is a
Yes.
robot supposed to lube its joints but the
I
tears
know.
of children they
Right.
kick?
There
And
we
people
go.
are like, this shows that robots are unsafe because it kicked this kid. And I was like,
It shows that the programmers have the right idea.
exactly. I was like, maybe the robot has a sense of humor. Or maybe the robot was like, I'm done performing. You know, it's a good way to get out of this gig. Maybe they don't pay well or maybe they don't pay, maybe the robots, I'm not going to give them the idea to unionize, but
I just feel like that we have some very stern, ethnically diverse mothers in other countries that are wanting to buy that as soon as it's affordable. Shoe throwing type, if you know what I mean. So, yeah.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, like that's could just handle that. There we go.
I-
That's what I want to see now is the
Yeah.
robot throw the shoe at the kid. Like then it could actually take over parenting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sam Altman's
Yeah.
talking about how he couldn't imagine parenting without ChatGPT. Load that shit in that robot. You got you.
right to sleep.
I never thought about it until now. How many new moms are
They're asking-
going to ChatGPT and be like, "Is this cry okay?" And ChatGPT's just telling them whatever they want to hear.
yeah.
That's not helping the nurse line.
You're such a caring, understanding mother for asking this question.
It actually makes me feel good how affirming AI is of me. Like AI makes me feel like all my ideas are brilliant and my mistakes don't matter. Like I like that. I think more people should have that philosophy when it comes to
Oh no, I got an Italian fiance, so whenever I talk with her, I'm just having a nice 20-minute conversation with Jim and I, Grok, all three of them. They're my support group afterwards. Yeah, she's traditional.
Tradi-
Love you though. When you watch this,
Traditional.
I love you.
In local news, Bend has been a buzz because local traffic cameras have gone. You were talking about this earlier, Brian.
Yeah, we were. It seems, I don't know, like a little bit of a money grab. Like, let's install these cameras so they can pay for themselves, right? I mean, I don't know. There's more research on my end I need to do to read up on my own complaints about them that I'm already having. Clearly, because why the cameras? We don't need them. But
It's interesting because I know certain jurisdictions have put these in and actually had to deactivate them because they decided that if a cop wasn't present, then the ticket isn't valid. Like basically, like people took it to court and they decided. So it's interesting to me that Oregon's like, hey, we're gonna try this, roll the dice, see if somebody like files a lawsuit because that's essentially what they're doing, right? Is they're just like, oh, let's see what happens.
Wasn't there a guy in Redmond just a couple weeks ago that went full Chinese AI robot on one of those things that they put in?
Oh,
Oh,
I think
probably.
So, yeah, like totally destroyed the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just
It's the
just
real
ripped it out and
oh.
hometown
everything.
hero.
So yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
not,
Whoever you are, don't break the law.
But also,
Central
Yeah.
Oregon has a very deep independent spirit. It
Yeah.
likes to be left alone, right? And I do think these cameras make people feel a little big brothery. And I think there's this sense that it's people coming from outside making the decision to put them up, right? Like these
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
Bendites making this decision. It's the others.
and,
Different company, right? Yeah, some amount of
and that's been the mentality for generational Bendites has been living through people outside of Bend moving here and then changing it in some way, shape, or form. So there is definite. I guess it's not xenophobia, but like
Yeah.
Caliphobia.
Caliphobia.
yeah.
I think a lot of the nation has Caliphobia, you know? A lot of the nation's like, no more Californians, please. My husband sometimes feels persecuted because he's like from the LA area. And when we travel, people will tell him how much they hate Californians. And he just has to like keep his truth to himself. He has to hide his true self.
It's kind of like when you travel the world and tell people you're from Canada. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I moved here from Las Vegas, and that's for the first year is all I would say. You know, it's just, where are you from? I moved from Vegas.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I partied there once.
Totally welcome.
People love Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas, I
yeah.
will say, having lived lots of places, when I
Mhm.
tell people I'm from Vegas, people's face just light up. They can't wait to tell me their Vegas stories. And I guess I seem like very trustworthy because people will tell them to me.
Strangers you haven't vetted.
I know. I think people like telling stories to strangers because, like, in a way, it's like if you go and tell someone else, what does it fucking matter? Unfortunately for them, I'm a stand-up comedian.
Favorite memories was in my mid-20s, taking a 3-day Amtrak from Arkansas back to California. And I met the most interesting dude, Israeli national, citizen, immigrant that's moved here, opened up a Blockbusters in Chicago, realized that was a failing business, and then moved and got a taxi company over in Tempe, Arizona. But the story behind that was even more inspiring. And he would tell me about growing up, him and his best friend would share a 2-sided pencil just to go to school. And they'd fight over and make sure they'd have that pencil just to get an education, eventually get over here. And y'all using ChatGPT to pass the test. You dumb motherfuckers. All right, sorry. Just wanted to put that in there. Yeah.
The thing about the cameras, other than the security issues and, but I hate that they put it at an intersection right near the hospital. Like if there's
Emergencies, like seriously.
right,
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
any intersection where people probably need grace for not, rushing through that red light, like it's probably the intersection next to the hospital.
Like, you feel like
Good.
that's an
No.
excuse if a cop pulls you over, right? Like, sorry, officer, I was speeding because I needed to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But you can't tell that excuse to the robot.
No. That feels like a choice. That feels like this intersection is going to make us money. Because if there's any intersection where people are likely to make a silly mistake that a camera is going to catch, it's going to be the one by the hospital.
Yeah. Well, there's also the one on, is it Powers and the Parkway? Which that to me is already super stupid because we only added all these lights on the Parkway because of local businesses that prevented us from having just a thoroughfare through town with off-ramp. So it's like we're now paying for past mistakes in way too many ways in this country. Way too many.
Well, let's move on to something a little more fun. Festival season is upon us. Yes, Central Oregon, Pacific Northwest, the world in general loves a good festival season. I went to a festival last weekend at the Gorge, which is beautiful, and I realized I fucking hate festivals. Yeah. And it was beautiful. The Gorge is a fantastic venue if you've ever been there. The views are spectacular. We camped there. Interestingly enough, in the tent across from us was a group that I think they thought themselves amateur DJs, right? They had a whole setup and a table. They had girls dancing around them, the cup, the hand in the air. It was a full vibe all day long. And of course, they had the most important accessory, cocaine. Yes, a nice, clear, visible vial of cocaine they were passing around all day, which I thought, I was like, oh, we're next to the party tent. How fun, right? Like, and then they unzipped their tent and pulled out a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started questioning my choices to be at a place where a baby and a cocaine could coexist. And I started being like, should I call CPS? Is this CPS worthy to see somebody like actively doing drugs and parenting at the same time?
I mean, it sounds like they know how to do their drugs.
And it's like done cocaine before, and I was like literally like going into my like 19-year-old brain and being like, do I think I could have parented while high? And I think I probably could have. Like, it doesn't seem, it's not debilitating in the way like a mushroom trip is, right? You're not leaving the planet. You're just a little more intense about your parenting role.
You know what? Parenting with a little bit of quick speed is helpful, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always switch it up with meth and clean the whole house.
Dude, if that was the only way I could get a house clean when my kid
you might consider it.
Dude, housewives in the 50s got prescribed some really
That's
good
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's why they could do it all. Yes.
Oh, what they got prescribed.
Uppers, downers, left
Yeah.
and right.
Doctors.
A little cocaine outside, not so bad.
No, I think, hell, let them do Fent if they want. They just need a Chinese AI robot, You get a Chinese AI robot.
To babysit your kid.
Yeah, kid acts up,
clearly.
kick that kid right back in the crib. Yeah.
Stay in the tent.
One of my coworkers was like, do you think that she like pumped and dumped? Like, because if you're using cocaine, and I was like, That's a really valid question.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Babies are already difficult to take care of. I don't know if a baby on cocaine's worth it.
You don't need a fiending baby. That's
I
for sure.
don't need to be
Right.
spit up
So-
quicker.
So that was my like fest. I felt like it was like way too real. I had to like worry about calling CPS, and like that was my festival experience.
Can I tell you that
Yeah.
I know for a fact you're wrong, and I no, because I when I was in my mid-20s, I helped this guy, two of my weed growing buddies, get out of California because they got into some problems, and one of them brought his little infant 1-year-old, 2-year-old kid. I don't know how old he was, but that dude was clearly on a bunch of drugs. And I'd wake up every morning and I'd have to fix the kid the bowl of cereal because he would be climbing in the trash, like pulling stuff out the trash to try to find something to eat.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's arrested somewhere, I'm sure. But
The kid or the parent?
no, both. But at least the kid's getting 3 steady meals a day now. So that's
3 squares and a cut.
Yeah,
So-
I know. It's so hard when you don't have kids to like make comments on people's parenting because I'm like,
absolutely.
I can't even get my dog to sit, so I don't fucking have a comment on what you're doing with your child. Like, other than I know that's probably not allowed, but that's okay. I'm not a narc. Snitches get stitches, right? Like...
No, I don't have kids, but I still judge the hell out of you parents. So, sorry. No, I don't. No, it's hard. I can imagine. Like I said, I'm 40, going to be 41. My 30-year-old fiance wants kids, and she says she wants 5.
5?
Yeah, no, I'm like, yeah. By the time the oldest is old enough, he's going to be changing.
Shouldn't
2
you have
diapers.
like the first one, and then if you like the first one, maybe have the second one, and then if you're like 2's cool. I feel like that's like an add-on situation, you know?
I don't know where she's going to get that 4th or 5th one. Just don't let me know, son. So,
Yeah, right.
You know, don't
You're
let
like,
me
I don't
know.
want to take your dreams away from you. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now, sleep is precious.
Yeah.
Sleep is precious.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
This is great.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have 5 under 5? Because that's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's fair. I
No.
do know I negotiated a pet rule with her. I get kids squared and pets.
Mhm.
So, you know,
Yeah.
she wants to motivate me to have the kids too. So, yeah, I'm like, if I get 3 kids, I got 9 fucking pets, 9 pets. Like, and also I want, has anybody heard of an Alaskan biggie? Like the Alaskan king size bed, but it's a biggie.
The Alaskan King.
Jesus, that's if anybody's going to my wedding, the registry, it's only a $10,000 bed. So
Is that like the NBA bed? Is that like what all the
like a
players-
shack bed?
Yeah, like a shack bed?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Yeah,
That's
It's
exciting.
huge. You could put all your dogs, girls, like even our kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I don't know. We should use the word shack because it might be trademarked.
Oh,
I know.
trademark.
Which
Trademark,
actually leads us into our next conversation. Trademark law, such a funny topic, right?
It's amazing how much of a conversation that is
Yeah.
right now.
It seems to be. So I think most people who are online right now in Bend are aware of the Patagonia versus Patagonia. And Katie, do you want to explain for people that might not be in the bubble what's going on?
So, man, I don't know if I know all the details well enough, trademark law, but so the drag queen Patagonia, who is amazing and a advocate for climate and all that, has gotten some flack from the company Patagonia and for like trademark issues. And of course, Patty, the queen, is saying that Patagonia, the corporation, just wants to take her name away, and it's turned into a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it amazes me to think about trademark law, and it's drag queens. It's not old white dudes.
The company that's named after a biological region is going to trademark.
And as the daughter
Huge,
the daughter of 2 attorneys, I'm going to be the legal mind here.
Yeah.
Thank
Clearly,
you.
it's a
As the legal expert in the room, I believe the issue that Patagonia, the company, is standing on is that they don't want Patagonia using their trademark images or selling apparel and merch that says Patagonia. That's hard because as an artist, we all know a good portion of the money that we make comes from the funds that we earn in merch after our shows. So to tell an artist that they can't sell a satired name. Now, I will say this was all kicked off because Patagonia, the drag queen, decided to file a trademark. That's what started this ball rolling. It's complicated. You want to protect your legal copyright, but it's satire. Can you copyright satire?
Right.
Is that's the legal question, and I'm not a lawyer. So.
Yeah, and I don't know about law, but I'm gonna take a wonderful drag queen over corporation any day.
So I don't think it's worth their time to worry about. Honestly, I don't
Yep.
think whatever funds that they're making off selling merch from their shows is worth prosecuting.
No.
But honestly, the press that Patagonia is getting off this, go. That
Exactly.
is amazing. I love seeing artists getting highlighted and using something that could be really painful for a good cause. So yeah. But you were also talking about another group.
So the term hot girls read books was recently trademarked by somebody named Ali Reeds on TikTok, and they trademarked it for like bookmarks and sweatshirts, and there was a list. And the entirety of Book Talk, which if you are a smut reader, you know all about Book Talk, got really, really mad about it.
Yeah.
Because people have been using the term hot girls read books forever. And anybody who is on Book Talk eventually gets a Cricut and, makes their own stickers. And there's going to be at least one sticker in their Etsy that says hot girls read books. And so,
Yeah. That's what I see. So when you brought this up, there's actually a burlesque show called Hot Girls Read Books, where hot girls in various states of undress read books. It's exactly what it sounds like. There's no surprises.
I love
right?
that idea.
It's actually
Let's go ahead and pull up the footage.
Yeah. But that's
Sign me up.
right. It gets you into literature, right?
Whatever gets you there.
So it does seem like a concept, and you kind of wonder, like, is that trademarkable? Like, hot girl, like, that's just a fact. Hot girls read books. Can you trademark a fact?
Right?
And common phrases aren't copyrightable.
They should
So I would have to say it's going to be hard to defend. I don't know.
Yeah, so this Ali Reed's person got the trademark and then went to other people on Etsy and asked them to take their things down because it broke her.
Because she has
Because she has the trademark. So not only was she taking a phrase that all of Book Talk uses, she was also starting to target other small businesses.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone in this conversation, we all read dragon porn, right? Like, why are we this focused on what somebody is putting on a Tumblr and selling for $40?
Yeah, it's a gray area. And I think especially with AI, and one of the things I've enjoyed about, the AI world is you are able to create and trademark things that remind you of trademark things.
Right?
Right? Like, it's like the ultimate way to steal like an artist. Have you guys ever read that book? Oh, it's a fantastic book. It's this idea that all art is stolen from other art.
What?
And if you change it, it's called Steal Like an Artist.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you change it enough, you'll be praised as being a genius. When really you just stole the idea from somebody else. And it's the idea of releasing the guilt that you're stealing because everybody did it. And it traces back all this stuff. And it's a great book if you're an artist. Steal Like an Artist.
Okay.
Yeah, trademark's hard because all art you're kind of standing on the shoulders of giants, right? Like we're all building upon what other people have done.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to make this more male centric and
please do.
specifically white male centric,
Yeah.
Star Wars was based on Flash Gordon, which was based on Buck Rogers, which was a derivative of another cartoon in newspapers, which was based on a book, which was based on another book, tracing it all the way back basically to the late 1880s. So, I mean, there's just, it's all derivative.
Yeah.
Steal Like an Artist is a fantastic.
That all goes back to the hero's journey, which has been a writing, whatever you want to call it, from when we were deciding to make stories.
Yeah, every blockbuster movie that the whole world gets, it goes from
follows the same beats every time. Yeah.
So next time you guys see me on stage and I'm reciting a Bill Cosby pre-rape, I'm just being an artist.
Is there stand up from Bill Cosby that was
pre-rape? I hope so. Bill, please don't tell me you're doing it at the height of your day. I want to say it's an old Cosby that was doing it. Like, I'm done.
I think
you think I'm trustable, Huxtable, and Doctor.
I don't know. I think he was known for being a regular at the Playboy Mansion. And I think now, as a girl raised in the early millennials, I hate to say anything bad about Playboy because I was brainwashed to think they're amazing like every other girl of my era. But they're there's evidence to believe that was not a consensual house. So the men that frequented it regularly, it makes you question their character a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
What was the first Playboy you ever seen? Who was
First-
the centerfold in the Playboy? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was at my stepdad's house.
Okay.
So it was like my
Okay.
step grandfather's house. In
Gotcha.
his basement he had a box. When I was in Hollywood, I had the privilege of meeting several of those models from the 60s, and all of them loved their time as titty models.
Great.
So
Yeah.
all those women I met loved it.
Do you remember the
Some of them met their husbands at the Playboy Mansion, so they like had very fond memories of it. So it's a very complicated.
Oh, of course.
So you little okay. No, I get it because
Yeah.
you got the parties and stuff, but then the magazine was just a magazine,
But that,
right?
well, yes, just
Right.
art. Yeah.
Do you remember your first Playboy? I do, and I feel like I was gypped. I got the Shannon Elizabeth edition. You guys remember what I'm talking about?
American Pie.
Yeah. She had the platinum painted nipple, so I didn't even get a real nudie. Like, you know, it's and we passed around the high school football team. The pages did stick. It was bad. Yeah.
Speaking of American Pie, I was listening to a book, Girls on Girls, about feminism. And American Pie is really about teenage boys trying not to be incels. And the moment they said that, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's art for all.
Yeah, and I'm
I
going
get-
to
I
define
get-
incels because we say it in our world because it's regularly known, but I don't think the whole world is aware. Incels is an online community of involuntarily celibate people. So
Yes.
they exist and they're very angry about it.
If you're wondering if you're an incel out there, if you have Andrew Tate subscribed, you are in fact an incel.
Speaking of being derivative of Jeff Foxworthy, you might be in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what? One of the things
Here's your son.
Yes.
One of my biggest points of pride is that I have no idea what Andrew Tate looks like. No idea. He could be standing right fucking next to me and I'd be like, I have no idea.
Oh, he'd tell you.
He'd let you know he's there.
He looks like somebody tracks NYC would beat up in the Diamond District. So yeah.
Well, we won't give him any energy at this point. But I do want to give some energy to a comedian that's coming to town. I had an opportunity to sit down with Rachel of the Teacher Show, and we'd love for you guys to listen to that conversation. Where are you?
I am in a beer garden right now.
Oh my gosh, you're in a beer garden. It's like the
The best
happiest
place to
place on
be.
earth.
Yeah, it's the best place to be, especially after a long
Fantastic.
day of work.
I love that. Okay, Rachel, let's start. Can you introduce yourself to our audience here in Central Oregon?
Yes, my name is Rachel Aflleje. I've been a teacher and stand-up comedian for almost 10 years. Started both at about the same time, and I've just been doing my thing.
That's great. And so you're coming to town. You're coming to town with the Teacher Show. Can you kind of explain the concept of that show?
Yes, it's a great show. I love it. It's the only teacher show I know of that only uses comedians that are active full-time teachers. I know a lot of the teacher shows that go around are like people who used to be teachers who then became comedians full-time. But the fun part about our tour is like everybody on the tour is a full-time working teacher, which makes it hard to like book dates and stuff. But in the summer, that's where we thrive. And, you know, when the teachers come out to the shows, they really appreciate it because we are, you know, boots on the ground right there with them.
You're one of them. Why do you
I'm
think
one
there's
of
such
them.
yeah, right? Why do you think there's such a crossover between comedy and teaching?
I mean, it's really talking to drunk adults and sober children. It's the same skill set, really, honestly. Either way, it's a lot of like sit down, my turn to talk, you listen.
Yeah.
And we as teachers, we're putting on a show all day, every day, 40 hours a week. And we are, you know, the star right there up front. So I think there's a lot of skills that carry over that give teachers great stage presence once they start comedy. They tend to be pretty creative as far as the writing goes. And we have just an endless well of material with all the weird stuff that, you know, people's kids do in front of us all day.
Yeah, I imagine it's not just people's kids. I imagine it's parents and administrators, and the whole system is probably pretty
All
humorous.
of the above. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is this going to be your first time performing in Bend?
I think it is. I've done like Salem. I've done Eugene. I've done other spots in Oregon. I don't think I've ever made it to Bend.
Well, it's beautiful over here, I have to say. Do you have anything you're looking forward to doing while you're here? Or are you just going to get into town and then head to the next show?
Well, it's going to be kind of a quick turnaround, but my favorite thing to do when I tour anywhere is I try to find a good brewery and I try to find a good dive bar. Those are the two like things I want to check off my list when I go anywhere because I just want to like see the people, see what it's like there, and that's
Yeah.
where you find the most regular people, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we have great of both. Do you have a specific kind of beer you like here? Because I might be able to like recommend.
Oh, I love. I'm an IPA girly. I like
You're
an
an
IPA.
IPA girly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Crux is really great, has a really great yard, but Bend Brewing Company right on the Deschutes River. So you can have their beer and sit on the Deschutes, and it's Bend
That sounds
magic.
magical.
Yeah. And then dive bars, we got plenty of those. Just find the lowest rating on Yelp and you'll probably be very satisfied.
Get me in there.
So you're a teacher and you say you've been teaching 10 years. What do you teach?
I currently teach 5th grade. In the past, I've taught 2nd grade and 3rd grade as well. But 5th grade is really kind of where I thrive. They like the sassiness. They like the silliness I bring, and I can give attitude back just as much as they do. And so it's a really good fit personality wise for me in 5th grade.
Yeah.
They drive me nuts and I adore them. I just adore them.
It's right before they become middle schoolers and become completely intolerable, though, you know?
Exactly. By the end of the year, I'm always like, okay, I want to miss you, but I probably won't for a couple years at least.
So you said you started doing comedy 10 years ago. Can you tell me your comedy origin story?
Oh, absolutely. I was in college. I was working at Domino's, and I know, really glamorous life for me. I was working at Domino's, and one of my coworkers, he was one of the delivery drivers with me, was telling me how he was a comedian. And I was like, how do you even, like, what do you mean you're a comedian? It didn't cross my mind as like a thing a real person could do. And so he's like, oh, I'm going to this open mic. And I thought it was going to be the fanciest thing ever. And I was like, he's got to be so funny because, he did comedy in Vegas once. He wasn't that funny. but I went to the open mic with him and I just loved it. Like being around funny people, I've always loved, but I always thought I wasn't cool enough to hang out with funny people. And so I went and I like started making friends with the comedians and I started like going on the sidewalk after the show, riffing with people. And the runner of the open mic was like, nobody comes to this many open mics. He was like, you want to do comedy? And I was like, shut up. No, I don't. And then I did it and I was like, that was terrible. I'm never doing that again. And then I did it again. And I was like, wait, but maybe if I try it this way. And then once I started, I couldn't stop. And then it just snowballed into this, beautiful thing that now is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, no, it's great. You seem to be doing really well. I took a look at some of your online stuff and like you're getting a lot of reaction from people, which is really exciting. Does being a female in the world of comedy ever feel like you're in the minority?
Absolutely. All the time. It used to feel a lot more like a problem until I got to the level or realized I was like, I'm funnier than I might be outnumbered, but like oftentimes I am performing just as well, if not better than these men. So really that kind of gives me an advantage here in Washington where I perform a lot because the audience wants to see women and they want to see funny women.
Yeah.
And so I can fill that hole, no gross pun intended.
No pun intended.
I can fill that hole. And it's, women come up to me all the time after shows and they're like, it's been a long time since I've seen a woman on the show. And, it's so nice to have a woman on the show. And there's stuff that comes with it being in a male dominated field, but the pros outweigh the cons every single day of the week.
Yeah, that's great. So when you're not on stage and you're not teaching, what do you like to fill your time with?
I love a good dive bar. I love a good brewery. I love, snuggling with my dogs on the couch. Love Island is Love Island summer right now. So it's a pretty big part of what I'm up to. I like to watch baseball a lot too.
Yeah,
you
sound like a woman who knows how to enjoy her leisure time. That's what I'm hearing.
And I do. That's right. That is exactly right. And I've learned like my leisure time doesn't have to be like chores or a task or a craft where I make something. Like I can just chill. Yeah. And that is my favorite.
And that's allowed. No guilt needed.
Yes.
I love that. I love that for you. Fantastic. So when you're writing jokes, what's your process like? Do you take notes? Does it's just like magic stuff that comes to your head? How do you keep track of the funny stuff that happens in life?
It tends to be like I joke about my own experiences, so it tends to be like something makes me think of something, and then I'll just jot it down in my notes app, and then I'll take a focus 30 minutes here, focus 30 minutes there, and I'll just kind of write it out. And so I'll have like a couple paragraphs on this bit, and then I'll turn it into bullet points, and then I go on stage, and that 3-4 paragraphs is like 45 seconds of a joke. And I'm like, okay, that worked, that didn't work, that worked. And then I go back to the bullet point form. And then sometimes when I'm like running the new stuff, that's when like the new tags, I have that like aha moment on stage of like, here's what I need you to do to actually make this funny, because my instincts will take over instead of my like analytical brain sitting down trying to write.
Yeah.
But it's a combination of all of those things are part of the process, and trying it and having it suck first. That's a big part of it. And then sometimes you try it and it doesn't suck, and then you just make it better. Yeah, but it's all part of the process.
Do you still go to open mics and try out your stuff on the mic, or do you keep most of it to yourself until you're ready for the stage?
I actually have to trick myself into going to open mics. So I put myself in a position where now I'm on the team that runs the open mic at Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club. And so that's my once a week, every Tuesday. I'm going there after this. Every Tuesday, I have to go to an open mic because I help run it. Like the show, I've been part of making the show happen. And so if I do nothing else, it's like on Tuesday, I'm going and I'm going to try a new joke. And that's at least once a week, I try to make that my habit. Because if I don't have responsibility tied to it, I'll just like sit at home and then just do the paid shows that I'm booked on. And, you can work in new stuff that way, but I like it better when I can test it at the open mic and then run it on a show after.
Yeah. I always think it's a great way to kind of give back to the ecosystem that built you up too, right? It's
exactly.
Like being like, okay, I'll give some energy to people that just need an audience and need,
exactly.
just need time, right?
Exactly.
So you mentioned that in the summer is when you like to tour.
Yes.
Do you have any other fun shows planned for this summer? So you're coming here to Bend, but what other cities are you going to be visiting?
We are also doing Boise, and we're doing La Grande. That's the place.
Yeah.
I've got some local stuff coming up. I booked a show in Merced in California, so I'll be heading down there.
Yeah.
But I just kind of, go with the flow. Tim Meadows is coming to Tacoma, and he asked me to open for him there. So I'll be doing some super fun local stuff too. And yeah, it's a good time.
That's great. So Tacoma is your home market. That's where you call home. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
I grew up I grew up kind of on the Seattle side, but when I was touring, I've been through Tacoma a few times, and it's always a fun city. And have you been to Boise before?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boise's
Boise's
fun town.
fun.
Yeah. I like Boise. You'll like Boise. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the teacher show there once, and then I did a show. I did a couple shows there over the summer one year, and it was super, super fun.
They have a nice scene there too. One of the things I like about traveling across the country, I don't know if you've had this experiences, but you get to connect with like local communities, and you're like and in a way, like every community is the same. Like they all have like they're different.
That's
players.
why I say it's like the dive bar and the brewery, because it's just a different flavor of regular people everywhere. And that is what I love about touring and being on the road.
Yeah. And if people want to see your show and check out some of your comedy, how do they find tickets to your show here in Bend?
Everything is linked on my Instagram, Rachel Teaches Comedy. And then the teacher show, I think it's in the venue. The venue has tickets posted for sale as well, so they can go snag those up, and we'd love to see them there.
Yeah, you guys are going to be at the Volcanic Theater Pub, I believe, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I'll let you get back to your beer garden and your hard-earned happy hour. But thank you so much.
Thank you. Sounds good. Thanks for chatting with me.
Can I just say, and you totally might cut this, Rachel is amazing. Dawn is amazing. The teacher show is phenomenal every time it comes through. Like, you need to go see that. If anything, just to support teachers. If you don't go to the teacher show, you hate teachers.
And if she cuts it, she hates Rachel.
I don't hate Rachel because
We know. We will know.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know.
Yeah. But that's one of the few amazing shows we have coming up. They're going to be at the Volcanic Theater Pub. Check out their website for tickets. But there are also several other great shows coming to town, including June 10th, which is locals at Silver Moon, $5
$5 comedy night. I absolutely love this format. I love that we do it. Part of it is the tickets, we absorb the fees for those tickets. So it's not like a $5 ticket, but then you go to check out and it's really $6 or $7. Like it's $5 online, $5 at the door, all local comics. You're not paying $50-something to sit out on the grass at the amphitheater. Not that I have a grudge against that. And the lineup is always phenomenal because I'm a huge proponent of local comedy in Bend, obviously, but I think the talent here is incredibly slept on.
I would be so mad to pay $50 to sit on a lawn just to not be able to see the beautiful, magnificent face of Matt Rife once again this year.
Well,
It changes a little bit every time you see it.
I love that. Zing.
Yeah.
Another great show we have coming up June 14th, Sam Miller. We have a bonus interview with him that's going to be coming out this week. And opening for him is Liam Gibbler, favorite local headlining comedian. And then June 17th is Drunk History at Silver Moon, and that's being produced by John Brown.
Yes.
Yes. I think it's like one of his first producing efforts, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so go support that. Give people good energy. If baby producers need our energy.
Well, in that Drunk History show, they're also including improv in it. So these comics are going to do 1 to 2 minutes of material, and then an improv team is going to try to reenact what's said.
Sweet.
I think it is both going to be hilarious and a hilariously shit show, which is going to be worth it.
Totally worth it. If you like the TV show, you'll love it live.
If you want another drunk activity, the week following was it the 17th, right? When was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
June
17th.
Yeah.
The week after that, Beertown Comedy's also hosting the Drunk Spelling Bee.
Hey!
So get your history, get your grammar, all within a week.
I would never do that show. I can't even spell sober.
Yeah.
Literally can't spell the word. Okay, so we have one thing I want to talk about is if you want to do comedy, there's no barrier. It's an easy thing to do. You don't have to be special or smarter or better than the person you currently are. In fact, all you have to do is show up to an open mic. And we have so many open mics in town. So if you have something to say on stage, we would love to hear you. So some of the mics that we have in town, we have Monday at Silver Moon, and then Wednesday at Craft.
Correct.
Thursday at Worthy. Friday is Chiba Hut.
Yes.
Which is an outdoor mic.
Yes, so it's only for the summer. I called it Sunsets because it's like at sunset, but it's a pun.
It's very clever.
I love it.
It's lovely. We love the pun. It's
Yeah.
great. It's
So-
great. It's a fun open mic. I loved going last year. And as soon as I'm not working all the freaking time,
Good luck
I
with
will
that.
be there. And then in July, there's a mic starting at General Duffy's.
Yeah, on Tuesday. I think Cole Robeson is putting it together, and it's going to be a hot mic. You get a minute of time, and you get to earn more and more minutes the weeks go. So you got to bring your best. It's like Kill Tony, but without all the racism. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so intense. So you start with 1 minute.
But we'll try to avoid it. So
Judgment-free zone around
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
obviously. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this episode of Nighttime Vendors. How do you guys feel? You made it through your first round of this. All of you, this is your first time being on the panel.
I gotta pee.
You got to be. It's been
I gotta
42 minutes. Yeah,
I have a very small bladder, and I drink a lot of tea. I gotta pee. I'm sorry, but it's been great. This is fun.
Again, judgment-free zone.
Absolutely.
Hopper, do you want to give us your pluggables? Where can people find you?
You can find me on almost all the social media at Hopper Comedy. Just at Hopper Comedy. You want YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? It's at Hopper Comedy. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
And Katie?
You can find me at katyipock.com. Find all the links to upcoming shows, including the Silver Moon shows. You can also go to Amazon and put in my name. You're going to find my albums. I actually have 2 audio albums. And then the 2 books I've written so far, Opened by Gideon and, oh my God, I can't remember. The one where the guy has sex with the file cabinet. I should remember the name. I remember the plot, but I forget what I called it. Oh, Fill the File Cabinet, obviously.
Obviously.
Fill the File
Is
Cabinet.
it Phil PH or Phil F?
PA, fill in the file cabinet. Yeah.
Little bit of this.
A little bit of that.
All right. And Brian, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Brian JK365, and I have almost nothing uploaded. So yeah, but you can find me, DM me.
He'll talk to you.
Yeah.
He's super
Slide in those
active
DMs.
on Facebook groups. Let me tell you what. This man is the most helpful Facebook grouper.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
At some point, we could talk about how involved I am in various Facebook groups, especially mycology. But yeah,
Stay-at-home parent life.
stay at home parent.
Those
Stay-at-home
Facebook
parent.
groups are your social interaction.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm Julia Reed Nichols, reminding you that Nighttime Benders is now on Instagram and YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. So please subscribe, like, give us the 5 stars, and we will keep bringing back more of Central Oregon's funny faces to chat with you. And we can't wait till next time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Next time.
Till next time, guys.
Yay.
Bye. Awkward waves.
Continue to wave.
It's kind of like the handshakes. You're waiting to see who breaks first.